Today, we're going to talk about Endor and how to attack it successfully as the Rebels. If there's any tricks you have for Endor, please post it in the comments down below so that way we can help everybody out. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button to let me know, and then hit the subscribe and notification button so you don't miss when new videos are out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Central. Also, be sure to check out our partners at StarWarsGaming.net for information and news on all things Star Wars related. There's a link down in the description down below. If you stick with me till the end, we'll be playing another round of Can I Get Up There?, where we see what we can climb on top of. Some of it's useful, most of it's not, but it's always fun. So Endor has 3 different phases. Each one has a different objective. The first one is to interact with a control panel to override the walker in 3 different areas. On this one, I always recommend attacking the fuel override at the fuel station first. It's the left-hand side, which is where we're heading now. The reason that I suggest attacking this one first is, one, it is usually the lightest defended out of the 3 stations. So you're able to get it rather quickly, usually, in the match, and then that will go ahead and allow you to focus on the other 2, the control panel, the one inside, and then the walker control, which is the outer one, which is kind of in the middle of the map and the hardest one to get to. So by taking the fuel station first, you also open up the left-hand avenue for the attack and are able to then at least have a couple people. I always do it, but usually I'm alone. So you can loop around all the way to the back and then kind of camp the Empire as they spawn in. And it gives you a good line of sight as well on the walker control, which is the middle station. So one thing you'll hear a lot in Galactic Assault is PTFO, which is play the objective. I'm going to leave out the F because we're trying to keep this family friendly. But in order to play the objective, you do not need to be directly on top of the objective. The goal is to mainly make it so your teammates can interact with the objective sometimes. So what I always do is, after we get the fuel station, I go back behind the enemy lines. And as you can see here, I keep a lot of their players distracted, which then makes it so we can outnumber them at the other 2 objective points. And it keeps them busy trying to hunt me down, as opposed to going up and defending in full. It also allows you to cut off their reinforcements, so it buys you a little bit of time while you're interacting. Another benefit of doing this is that it gives you a ton of battle points because you're getting a ton of kills. But yeah, so that's just one thing to think about when you're attacking, is go for the fuel station first because it is lighter defense. Then from there, if you can, go for the walker control, the other outside one, in the center of the map. Usually you can get up there pretty quickly after you get the fuel control, and then try to go for the inner one next. If you're going for the inner control station, the one inside the bunker, you also don't have to go in the doors directly from the rebel spawn. You can actually jump off the cliff and then come at it from behind. So if you go over towards the fuel station, there's a doorway there, and there's also one right where the walker is that you can go through and come up behind the Empire, so you don't have to funnel through that one section. The second phase comes to escort the walker. So this is one of the reasons why I really like this map, is because it kind of switches roles. So phase 1, as the Rebels, you're on a ticket counter, which means a death counter. Sorry. So you're on a death counter where the Empire just has to kill X amount of you in order to win. When you get to stage 2, you're used to the attacking team or the defending team. Is it attacking or defending? I'm having a hard time thinking right now because I'm not doing this with the script. I'm just kind of talking through this. So the other team then has to fire the launchers. The Empire has to fire the launchers. Usually it's the Rebels who fire the launchers to shut down and then destroy the AT-AT. So it kind of switches roles, and I really like that. It's a lot of fun. I also just like the idea of a behind-the-line mission to steal an AT-AT. But on phase 2, there's no ticket counter. There's no death counter. It's all about making sure that the AT-AT lives. This is usually an actually pretty easy phase because a lot of people don't fire off the launchers for some reason, or don't go for the launchers for some reason, and they try to go for kills. So as the Rebels here, it's actually just a lot of fun because you don't have to really worry about anything too much. You don't have to worry about your kill death or anything like that. You can die as much as you want here as a Rebel and still win this. So I really do like that. It kind of turns it into more of a cluster team deathmatch. But as long as you're like staying near the objectives and stopping players from getting to the launchers, you're pretty much playing phase 2 right. This also opens up more reinforcement options in this phase, and usually this is when you'll start seeing the heroes come out. As you can see in this one, I was playing Lando at the start of phase 2, and I think I died to a speeder or something stupid. But speeder bikes are out and things like that, so it's a lot of fun. And on phase 2, as a rebel, I would recommend sticking to the left-hand side, which is the side that I'm currently on in this gameplay. The reason being, the left-hand side actually has more room for you to move around without being down the walker's walking path. So the map is divided into, there's basically a road that goes down the middle, and you can either be on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. There's a launcher on either side until you get to the third move-up point, or the third point for the launchers, in which case they're both on the left-hand side. So, I mean, you do need people on both sides in order to stop the launchers, but the left-hand side actually provides you more moving around cover, where you don't have to worry about ATSTs or anything like that stepping on you or hitting you with rockets, because most of the times they kind of stay in the center of the map, and you're more likely to go towards the center of the map on the right-hand side. So I always recommend staying on the left-hand side for this one, and then just playing near the launcher, so that way you can get the most amount of kills possible. So as the map progresses, it moves up the launchers 4 times in phase 2, and once you get to the 4th one, you're actually like inside the Imperial base, which brings us to the start of phase 3. And phase 3 is a little bit different as well, since in phase 3 it is secure an area. So in this one, you can only secure from the bottom portion of the room. So if you're on the top portion of the room, you won't actually be securing or really helping your team secure the objective. But the thing is you do need to control the top portion in order to hold the bottom. So again, on this one, a lot of times, not a whole lot of players go up to the top portion on the Empire side. And you can go up if you go through the door to the left-hand side that I just went through. You can get up to the very top floor and look down at the Empire. So since you have to work your way down 3 staircases with a small opening or door, it can be really hard to get through. So if you go up top first and then clear out the Empire or the Imperials that are defending the stairways, it makes it a lot easier for your team to get in. So I do recommend going upstairs first to clear that out, and then shooting down at the Empire that are defending the doors and the stairs. Once you have the doors and the stairs and you're actually inside the room, at this point the rebels have pretty much won. It's rare that the Empire comes back and actually wins stage 3 on this. But you do need to clear out all of the Empire. And then from there, you really only have 3 doorways you have to protect. You have 1 on the bottom floor and 2 on the top. But again, the top floor can't secure or stop to secure. So as long as you hold the bottom floor, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. For the attacking side, I definitely recommend using more of a close range weapon. So like I run around with Vanguard a lot on this stage for actual kills and not just for the speed increase, which is what I normally use it for. And then just pretty much just camp that door. The Empire can stop the capture with only 1 soldier inside the objective, which that just annoys me. It should be based off the number of players in the area. So if you have 5 rebels and 6 empires, the capture point should start to go down in favor of the Empire. And if you have more rebels, then it should go up in favor of the rebellion. But that's just a personal thing. It just drives me nuts on this one. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's a pretty easy map. I don't know if this helps anybody. I had trouble coming up with a video idea today, and I was like, let's go ahead and start and just try to look at different maps from different sides. And so today, for Can I Get Up There? We're going to go ahead and show another place on Endor using Spider Heavy. And on this, you can climb up the wall that actually is the gate to the Imperial base and fire from the top of the wall down on everyone else. So you need to use Sentry, and then once you have Sentry activated, you just start walking up the incline, and you'll eventually get to the top. And there you go. And I hope this helps somebody. I hope this helps you guys. If there's anything you'd like to add, just go ahead and let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in game.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out!